Music is one of the most personal art expression mediums, I feel, and it's not just for the artist but also for the listener. It's such a personal choice that every person makes. Every person has their own unique taste in music, and that makes it such an expressive and emotive medium. So I wanted to explore the idea of how is music so personal. So I thought there's no other better person to talk about this rather than Kuhu, who is a very close person in my life, and they just released their latest album called BEGUILED, which is their debut album also. I love every song in the album. I've helped make a few music videos here and there, and
all the music videos.
yeah, I might be very invested in this album, but it's genuinely one of the best albums I've heard. And it's so different, it's so unique, it's such a fresh new voice. Before we even get started, the link to the album is in the description, so please do hear it on all of your favorite streaming platforms. Anyways, so why music?
I have never been very good at existing as a person and interacting with people in a way that makes them connect with me unless I am writing music. And I don't know, it gives me a little bit of an escape from my body also. It doesn't make sense. I'm not really earning from it. I don't know when I'm going to be earning from it. It took me really long to make 11 songs for one album and to finally put it out because I'm doing a lot of it all on my own.
I was not rolling the camera and
we are shooting like 1.5 minutes.
More than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm right
Again.
Again the audio. Yeah, it's rolling now.
Okay, perfect.
For sure.
Hopefully.
When did you start making? Like what was the introduction to music?
I think my name was given to me because something to do in music was always imagined for me. My parents are singers, they have very nice voices. They never professionally pursued singing, but if you spend an evening with them, you'll know that they love music. I started learning music when I was 4 years old. I felt very not like I belonged in the spaces that I grew up in for the longest time, and the only way to feel a certain sense of belongingness came from music.
How do you decide what to make? Because it just feels like every person is listening to something so different.
As long as the emotion is honest, it can be written better. It can be written in a way that that emotion is translated better. The melody can be worked around it. But if there is no honesty to begin with, I don't think any song will connect.
Like we are shooting in the most congested area.
I'm Kitty.
But like I like when people pass through because more framed, it adds to like the depth. So it doesn't look like a still photo, it looks like there's movement. And that's the song that we're making the song about is also about movement.
So that's an like add emotions in this.
Yeah. That's the So I think, like any other art form, the crux is going to be the emotion. Is the vessel or the medium could be any, but people will listen to it or want to engage with it only when there is a lot of emotion that is poured into making it, writing it. It's very interesting to me seeing how you not only process your emotions and what you're going through and then make that into your art, into music, but also it helps you like reflect on the life that you're living. So the process can be just different, and the inspiration can come from multiple sources.
But I think it's better to build a ritual or a practice around it. I hate the word ritual. But to build a sort of practice around it. I was studying my favorite artist's music, and I was trying
to put in the work basically.
Yeah, like I have a notebook where I write down like songs by Clairo or songs by Fiona Apple, and I highlight parts which make me feel something, and then I try to break down, because a lot of times it is about how you say a certain thing,
Yeah.
which changes the way that someone perceives the thing that you gave them to process. And if you keep it in your practice, if you work on the melodies, or you try to figure out what it is about a certain kind of music that really makes you feel something, or something about songwriting that really makes you feel something, then it helps when you are making music for it to come in the spur of the moment,
Makes
because
sense.
it becomes a part of your body, I think.
Only Kuhu can be the person who's standing on the ladder and still take all up.
What role does politics and just a personal have to play in music? Like, does either of the two shape each other, or I'm sure it's very, it's very political. Music has always been very political. How do you look at it being political? How do you look at it being an expression of identity that is very political?
I think my politics is deeply personal to me. It has always been. I have made the mistake a few times ago to be friends with people who are not feminist or not, queer friendly, thinking that, oh, I should give like an open space for people to have their opinions. But this is personal. This is how someone views me and how someone views my value in a conversation.
Yeah.
And in that way, my politics has always been personal to me, because I need to make sure that the spaces that I inhabit actually see me as a person and legitimize my identity and my presence in that space. I feel like, I don't know, the thing that saddens me is that people don't see political as like a personal expression, but the greatest politics has always been about emotion.
Yeah.
It has
It's
been
been
about like not belonging.
Yeah.
It has been about wanting to change something. It's been about imagining a world
Yeah.
that you eventually want to live in. And I feel like that is what all of us are trying to do with like really personal songs. We are trying to talk about what we want to see in the world.
But does that scare you? Does that scare you that you have to be this vulnerable and this emotional and this in public, that you have to be
Scare
this?
me. I do feel scared by the potential of having to come out in different spaces which I may not always feel comfortable in. Like, I can express my emotions more accurately when I am writing music, even if it doesn't make sense and it only makes sense to me. That kind of statements can only exist when a piece of music is put out, not when it's in a conversation.
I get that displaying this sort of identity or the performance becomes identity and the lines become very blurry. But I'm also really hopeful for the music that comes out through that. And it gives a lot of people hope. It gives a lot of people just even it like rather than talking about anything else, just talking about myself and my journey and my experience of listening to the music. It's always given me a way of looking at things. And I think that's the most powerful thing that music can do. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm so glad we could have this conversation and do a lot more conversations, but also please stream Beguiled. The link is in the description. I'm really happy with how the album is and what it covers and what it talks about. So I'm pretty sure you all are going to enjoy it. And thank you so much, Kuhu, for coming and doing this silly conversation with me. I guess I'll meet you all next week with another question. Also, all the songs that were there in this video, the soundtrack is from the album itself. So another way of listening to it, I guess. So thank you and bye-bye.